It is getting clearer and clearer by the day. Now, as you guys know, with the recent meta that's being catered to, it is the Dark Element, right? With the next update, which is going to be the Halloween update, we are going to be getting the final piece of the puzzle, aka completing our Dark Element. And with the Dark Element, as we're aware, especially with how Charlotte's coming about, because of course Charlotte is the DPS for the Dark Element, you know, she's getting her support as well as breakage support through Harper, which is fantastic. And obviously the key sell factor for Charlotte is the consistency of the ultimate on how quickly she can really obtain it, since she doesn't go off from the whole power gauge as well as every other hunter does. And taking that into consideration, and that being the huge sell point for Charlotte, it kind of begs the question to say that, oh, maybe Isla, aka Teach, will be dropping in as a dark support, which she is, right? Otherwise it's going to be awkward to see her in any other role. She has to be dark support. And one thing which I've said is that she's definitely going to be catering to some form of ultimate. Now, one thing which a few people were questioning was, where's the shadow, right? If you guys don't know, KAISEL was delayed. We were supposed to get KAISEL during the Baron update, 2.0 update. Didn't happen. They switched things around. We had Big Rock, which actually worked out pretty nicely. You know, Big Rock with the basic skill damage. One of the most commonly used shadows now with how effective the basic skill damage is. And it kind of put KAISEL in the back foot, because obviously we just had the fire element completed. Defense penetration is what's being catered to, and from last we knew, KAISEL was supporting the defense penetration passive. So it's kind of like awkward on why they'll delay him when it was kind of picture perfect to release him there and now for the fire element to capitalize on that specific passive. And so changes have been made to now fully cater to the dark element, specifically to what Charlotte is bringing to the table, which furthermore tells me that I feel like Teach is going to be doing more for the ult. So just before we get onto that, I might as well inform you guys on what's going down. A few things have been found. Looks fairly interesting. So huge shout out to Arcus once again, keeping us going. So as you guys know, we've got the next dungeon raid happening, right, which they've informed us about, which is this. I'm not too sure what they've got planned, but these raid bosses, that's what they've titled it. So that's a new one alongside with the wolf one. So that's two new bosses right there. But it seems something is being cooked up with the new upcoming dungeon raid boss. Baron's involved too, so I'm not. Oh, Vulcan's also involved too. So yeah, they are cooking up. I'm not gonna lie, this lineup of bosses look very intimidating. I'm honestly, this ice witch I despise. Like, I'm sure we can all agree this is not gonna be a fight that we're gonna be looking forward to. So yeah, interesting. So two new bosses. Again, I'm not too sure if this is gonna if this is gonna have any correlation with the new dungeon. I mean, well then again, it is raid bosses, so yeah, we'll see what happens. But it seems that these pieces do fit together just by the shape of it all, right? Broken glasses, etc. So just kind of wanted to give you guys a bit of a heads up on the bosses on that one. But again, that is the upcoming content that we're going to be getting. Now I know we just got cores, but yes, they might be upgrading ruins. So obviously you got rare, heroic, legendary, and then I don't know if they're going to commit to it or when it's going to happen, but they could take it up a notch to the red marking. That is not going to be fun, because that's going to require a hell of a lot more RNG player, you know, especially with the resources and whatnot. Player growth, as you guys know, it's capped at the orange coloring. They might bump it up. I mean, no, they probably will bump it up. I'm predicting sometime early next year, to be fair. So letting you guys know that. Now, something that has been found and spoken about by what Arcus has said about some of the data miners finding these. Apparently, charms and belts could very well be looked into. To be releasing as like the next set of like things to add to increase power level, especially with the way they go about doing workshop or brilliant light. I can see that happening, right? Because we had the new high level artifacts, right? Now we've got cores. If they choose to add charms and belts, they can do so. So again, that's the belts. Each belt will have some sort of correlation with current artifacts. I mean, it only makes sense. And then charms will effectively work towards your accessory side of things. So Yeah, that could probably release, and they can probably look that into for the next workshop of Brilliant Light. So we've got Vulcan, who had the Blessing, Greed set and whatnot, right? Those 3 new artifacts, and then Baron's coming in with the cores. So I would say that if they do introduce it, it's 100% going to be through the workshop Brilliant Light with the next boss. So, but I don't think there's any plans of it right now since we just got the cores, so I think that's what we're going to be having to deal with. I don't think they're also going to be adding this in through the new raid mode. I feel like the new raid mode, at the very least, will just commit to giving us premium currency and resources. I don't think there's going to be anything in terms of power level. I mean, they could push cores onto that also to help out a lot of other people, so that's something that they could do. But in terms of new things to add, I don't think we're going to get anything like that, so yeah. Also, there she is, Halloween costume. So there's the Halloween frame, and then she's got like some sort of ghost looking costume going on. So, you know, Isla, if you guys wanted to see the alternative costume, there you go, a little bit of a sneak peek, bit of a Halloween vibe to it. Only makes sense. I'm curious to see on who else is going to get Halloween costume. I mean, look, if you look at the summer vacation, so many other characters got their summer vacation costume, so I guarantee you there'll be multiple characters getting Halloween costumes, so that'll be pretty cool. This is Isla's weapon, by the way, so I mean, it looks cool. Just kind of want to throw that in there, of course. So there's that. KAISEL, next shadow releasing. Now they have changed his passive. The passive has been switched up. He is no longer, it is no longer, sorry, doing defense penetration passive. They have changed it to ultimate damage. That is right. Arcus has informed us that they have changed it. It is ultimate damage buff, which I had a feeling, because again, with what they're catering to, and with Charlotte being the newest DPS, you know, the developers are going to kind of push to kind of furthermore support her, right? So the new shadow that is guaranteed at this point to drop in the next update, on the Halloween update, of course, is going to be buffing up ult damage. So for the likes of Charlotte, beautiful, because again, if you get Charlotte to, I think it was either it's A1 or A2, I'm pretty sure. Oh, is it A1? Did it? Yeah. If you get Charlotte to A1, then you have that ultimate rotation popping off. Not only that, I mean, Min can benefit from it by buffing up Cheyenne, right? Or any other character. Like, if there's any characters out there that we're trying to nuke with when it comes with our ultimate, so Charlotte, Cheyenne, who else do I like to nuke with ultimate? A little bit of Suyun, I'd say, from time to time. That's not too bad. Yeah. But like, basically, ultimate nuking, KAISEL's going to be the shadow for that job. Alright, so that is what's happening with the current situation with the newest shadow to release. So defense penetration is not a thing. I mean, to be fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to complain, to be honest. I mean, if they weren't going to drop it with, oh my god, what if they drop defense penetration with Beru? Oh lord have mercy, don't do that. Do not do that, developers, please, for the love of God. I hope they don't do that. But ultimate damage buff is the newest passive that has been currently set for KAISEL. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can save your shadow traces. Ultimate damage boosting, which again will come in handy, because I mean, technically speaking, in time events, hey, if we can nuke our way and get a faster time, so be it. That being said, I'm curious to see on what the percentage play will be for the ultimate damage buff, because I don't think it's going to be anything too great. You know what, I'm going to put it out there right now. I reckon they're just going to give us a measly 10%. I reckon a 10% increase in ultimate damages is what they're going to give us. If they give us more than that, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. But yeah, just a few things that I just kind of want to throw into the mix and let you guys know on what's being planned and what they're cooking up leading up to the next update. But ultimate damage boost, Mr. Wyvern, good to know. Good to know.